another KenCast, a very special KenCast. We are here at the actual apartments, Daniel LaRusso's actual apartment complex, the South Seas Apartments, here in Reseda, California. It's very exciting today. I am so happy to have you all with me. Really just a beautiful day out here in Reseda, and it makes me nostalgic. It makes me think back to that day, back in 1984, when Lucille LaRusso, with Daniel LaRusso, her son, arrived here in California. And as you can see, we're right outside. This is the South Seas apartment. And as you can see, it's still very popular. There's no vacancy. So if you want to live here, you can't right now. It's very popular. It's all full. But if you look right here on the street, this is where Lucille LaRusso pulled up and with Daniel, and they stopped the car and they started taking their stuff out. And then you'll notice the path. Oops, let me go back over here. Sorry, guys. It's live broadcast. Anything can happen. There's a path that goes up to the gate. And this is where Daniel walked up. And we'll kind of do more tour stuff in a little bit. But you can see the gate. It's different now. It's much more substantial. It's like they really want to keep people out of here. But it's so exciting to be here. Now, I know a lot of you watching right now are probably fans of 80s movies and the Karate Kid series and Cobra Kai. We saw the South Seas apartment here in, of course, Karate Kid 1, in Karate Kid 3, and then also in Cobra Kai Season 1. Daniel came here with Johnny to reminisce. And you'll see here, I'll pan up. You can see the palm trees. There are two of them now, but they are still there, very iconic. And so it's really great to see all of you guys. Peter Vonasak, great to see you. He says, Mikey and I parked the DeLorean, but by the fire hydrant and ran inside to get pictures. Yes. And I think sometimes they will let you in. Today, it looks like no one's really here, so I don't know if we'll be able to get in, but we'll definitely walk around. But thank you, Peter. Peter from the Cobra Kai Companion Podcast. Big T, thank you for joining us, Big T. Big T says, I'm going to buy that complex just to tear it down. I know. And, viewers of my channel know, big fan of the Big T, Terry Silver. And obviously, I think that's something Terry might do, would be to get at Daniel, would be to tear down all the places he is nostalgic about, that he loves. But it's really great to see you guys. I'm going to go through the comments here and just say hi. My goodness. Kim, great to see you, Kim. Kim, you say, where it all began in California, Lucille LaRusso and her son Daniel to start a new life. Look how far he's come. Indeed. Elijah Diaz says, while we wait, who's your favorite Karate Kid character? Well, guys, of course, I might say Terry Silver, but Mr. Miyagi's actually, I still think, is my absolute favorite character, if I'm being honest with you guys. AEH, it's wonderful to see you. Relectify, thanks for joining us today. Nerd World, hi. John Spangler, hey, Ken, good afternoon. Can't wait. Cobra Kai never dies. Indeed, Cobra Kai never dies. Maite says, Cobra Kai never dies. It's great to have you guys. Bryce Productions, thanks for joining us. Lisa Barrett, hello, Ken, and everyone in the chat. It is really great to have you guys today. So what I wanted to do is, I don't know if any of you have been to Southern California. I don't know if any of you maybe realize this is a real location. And so for those of you who aren't in the area, I kind of wanted to bring you to this location. It's fun. It's kind of like a pilgrimage for Karate Kid fans. I know it was for me. Seeing this in real life is kind of like, wow, that's such a famous location. And as we kind of look down the street, really what we see is normal traffic, everyone going about their lives. You do get the sense that the people around here, I don't know, maybe this is kind of a normal thing. They don't think of it as special. It's really just part of the community, which I don't know if it ever could be for me. This is such hallowed ground. This is our first entry into California and the Valley in the first Karate Kid movie, of course, a classic. Those of you who might have been following me this past summer when Drew the Cobra Kai Kid was around, we also did some Instagram live streams from this place. We were very lucky that day because we were able to actually go inside to the courtyard and see the pool. I don't think we're going to be able to do that today, but that's okay. I'll show you through the gate, and we can kind of take a look at the path that Daniel took. Let's see, Lupo Music. Thanks for joining us, Lupo. Sup, place you are right now. Is it a new Big T master plan? Yeah, it could be. You know, I won't divulge his plans. They're brilliant. You know, I'm not going to say anything's going to happen to this place. You can imagine how horrible it would be for Daniel if something happened to South Seas. And I'm not saying I'm here to give you guys a wonderful last look at this place, but no, I'm not suggesting that. I don't think Terry Silver is that petty, you know, or maybe he is. I don't know. Reluctify says, imagine someone in there watching the Karate Kid as they're in the building and they're going crazy. Yeah, I know. Is it? Well, hey, if you're watching this stream and you're inside, come on out and say hi. Absolutely. Jaws says, will you try to use the South Sea swimming pool with chosen style? Well, okay. Here, I'll show you guys. We'll just take this as an opportunity to go take a look. So I'm gonna go up. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay. Hey, do you mind? I'm live streaming. I just want to say hi. We've got a lot of Karate Kid fans out there. What's your name?
Eric.
Eric.
Yeah.
So Eric, when did you first get interested in the Karate Kid?
Oh, this came out back in the 80s, so it's been a long time. Now with Cobra Kai and everything, revamped up, had a chance to come back here to Los Angeles and get an opportunity, actually check it out, the actual place of Daniel LaRusso.
Are you local?
No, I am from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I also have my own podcast as well. Chi-Town Poppy Podcast here in Chicago.
What is it again?
Chi-Town Poppy Podcast
in
Chicago. So much love to Chicago. We're here in Cali.
That's great. Hey, check out the podcast. This is absolutely amazing. It's always great to run into fellow fans here. And ma'am, are you a fan as well?
Oh, yeah. That's my wife, Marissa.
Okay, nice to meet you. I'm Ken, by the way.
Hi, Ken.
Sorry, we're having a little technical. We're gonna. this is what we do. Giving you nice panning shots. So you're a huge fan too.
I am. Yes, exactly.
So when were you always a big fan?
Well, my sister, she's the older. She's 9 years older, so she's a big teen popper back in the day, Daniel LaRusso. So I watched it, of course, with her.
Yes.
And I was a fan as well, watching it with her. So I love the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Especially with Cobra Kai now. Bringing back the memories, so it's cool.
Is this the first time you've seen this in person? What?
Oh yeah. Just came. We're from Chicago, so we're visiting. So.
Okay, so we've got all these people watching right now who are also fans, and they're all over the world. What is your feeling seeing this place for the first time?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty surreal that they actually filmed there, and you're moving into these steps right here. Like I haven't approached it yet, but it's cool to kind of view where they stepped and they walked, and it's pretty cool.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it's an honor. I don't want to take your special time away, but I really appreciate you joining us today, and everyone. Yeah, this is great, everyone. It's wonderful to run into fellow fans, and enjoy. Great to meet you. All right, we'll see you. All right, bye. So there we go, guys. Some more fans. I guess when I was here last time, the people who lived around here said that it was really after the Cobra Kai series took off on Netflix. That's when they started to see lots of visitors to the South Seas Apartments. And, people will come up, they'll take pictures. This is really kind of like a tourist attraction. But this is interesting. I don't know if you can see this, guys, but they do have, because they must. Here, let me pan up. I don't know if you guys can see this. No trespassing violators will be prosecuted sign. I don't know. They might have had problems. You can see that, and we'll go up there in just a second, but the gate is so high. Like there's no way you can scale it. It's to keep everyone out. There's like a lock code on it. So this isn't like the old days. This isn't like Daniel LaRusso walking up to the gate and being able to kick it down, kick it open. That can't happen anymore. It's too secure. So it's wonderful to see all you guys. Let's see. If Israel, aka Freddie Fernandez, appears, my head will explode. I know. Isn't that something? And that's the thing that blows me away. It's like anyone could show up because, I mean, it's just here. It's just an apartment complex. It's right on the street. Here, I'll give you guys kind of like a tour. So because we don't normally see this side of the road, at least in the movie. So this is across the street. And as you look down, you can see that there's a gas station, an AM, PM, like right there on the corner. In the movie, if you pause, you can see that gas station in the back, while there's a shot where Daniel and Lucille are walking towards the door. And then in the background, you can see this intersection. Now, if you look around here, you can see that there's like a strip mall, like with a 7-Eleven, laundromat, that type of thing. That is right next to the South Seas Apartments. And yeah, a lot of action goes on here at the South Seas Apartments. Of course, there's the pool. Maybe we can get a little view of the pool as we walk around. That very famous pool that didn't look so good in the original Karate Kid, but it looks a little bit better today. But let's kind of take you guys on a tour here. We'll kind of pan that way. Well, oh yeah, it's great. It's great that the fans are here, because you're really following in the footsteps of Daniel LaRusso here at the South Seas Apartments. So I'm going around to the other side. Now, the first thing, there are cars here, I want to show you is that let's turn this around. So this is next to the South Seas Apartments. There's a car driving out. And you'll notice that this side is very famous as well. This, of course, is where Mr. Miyagi's shop was in the apartment complex. And we'll walk down there in just a second. Right here. Okay. But you'll notice that this was once that big, huge grassy field that Daniel ran across when he was trying to run away from the cobras dressed as skeletons on Halloween, at the Halloween dance. This is now completely developed. It actually looks pretty nice. They've got like nice modern developments here. So it is not a field anymore. As we can see, this would be, back in the day, this would have been a completely grassy field with that fence that Daniel tried to get over. That's now been replaced by this brick wall. Right? And then as we kind of pan around, here we go. Going to pan around. You can see the door. So this is, if we go up to the door here, you can kind of see, I don't know if you can kind of see through there. There's a pool. There's the pool. So this is where Daniel, kind of that hallway he came through in the first Karate Kid movie to try to find the maintenance man, who was Mr. Miyagi. So now there's a door here, but he kind of came out through here. And then where this parking spot is right now, this was Mr. Miyagi's shop. So that's really cool. And, my understanding is from the first movie, they actually kind of built the shop here. It was a parking spot, but they built the shop here. Hey, have fun, guys. It's great to meet you. Yeah.
What's your show called?
This is my name's Ken Cole. KenCast. It's KenCast. That's it. Thank you so much, guys. Have a safe trip. It was great. Oh, they're so nice. It's wonderful. It's always amazing meeting Karate Kid and Cobra Kai fans. They're like the nicest people in the world, and I know you guys are too. It's really it's wonderful. Whenever I get a chance to meet you guys, it's so amazing. It's almost like we have so much in common. It's great. But okay, so this parking spot, this double parking spot, was Mr. Miyagi's shop in Karate Kid 1. And you can see for everyone joining us, we're at the South Seas Apartment right now. And then we have the gateway going back to the pool. This is where Daniel came through and he met Mr. Miyagi. Now, you'll also remember that Daniel had a bad incident with his bike. And so this obviously has changed. This was, of course, the fence. There was a fence in that grassy field here that Daniel was running across. But over here, there was also a dumpster. And you can see that, that's no longer here anymore. There's no dumpster. This is basically just sort of a modern, this area is kind of modern. Okay. But this area, which is the South Seas apartment, again, that's the door Daniel came through and Mr. Miyagi's workshop right here. It looks pretty much exactly the same as it did in the original Karate Kid movie. So yeah, so it's really, really great. We've got some great comments here. Josh says Miyagi, LaRusso, now Ken Cole is here. Yes, I have added my name to that list. Pete says, great video, Ken. Yes, thank you very much. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. John Spangler says, can you go to the fence where the Cobra Kai beat up Daniel in Halloween? Can you go see through that fence? Okay, so that fence would have been, it doesn't exist anymore in the same way. So that would have been over here. So there was that chain link fence that Daniel was trying to get over. And that has turned into a brick wall. And we can see over on this side that there's, yeah, someone put a smiley face. That's nice. But we can see that everything's been developed. It's no longer a grass field. It is housing. People live here. It actually looks pretty nice. And so that fight with the Cobras actually would be in this person's backyard. And I don't even know if they know that, but isn't that kind of amazing? That fight with Daniel where Mr. Miyagi saved the day was actually just over this wall right here. Very cool. And I'd be tempted to show you, except that is private property. I'm sure they wouldn't appreciate that. But we'll go back over here. Again, if you guys are joining us, thank you. We're here at the South Seas apartment from Karate Kids 1, 3, and Cobra Kai Season 1. As you can see, everything's blocked pretty well. I'm going to we'll try to go to the other side and see if we can go inside. But there's the pool. That's where Daniel came from. So I'll just walk over here. And if there's anything else, if you guys have questions or if there's anything else you'd like to see, let me know. That's part of the fun. I love having you guys here. We can just John says, yeah, I was just about to say that you can go to the fence where Mr. Miyagi saved Daniel from the Halloween fight. Indeed, we just saw that. That was really exciting. And Pete wants to see the swimming pool. Okay, so as we were kind of talking about before, so here we are. We're back out in the front, the South Seas apartment. As you guys see, you probably, there are the palm trees there. Okay, so here's the front. And so let's just recreate here. We started off by looking at where Lucille LaRusso pulled up initially, which would have been right here, right where these cars are, like right in between. This is where their station wagon pulled up back in 1984, and they unloaded, and you can see the path that Daniel walked up. So we're going to walk up that path right now. I'll try to walk backwards. I'm going to walk up the same way he did. Oops. Hello. Sorry. So we've got... Okay, so now this is the front door. And you can see that this is different. You know, if I were Daniel in 1984, I could just kick my way through this door. But we can't do that anymore. Nope, they're pretty, as you can see, they don't want people coming in. Oh, hi, thanks. So, I don't know. You guys can tell me ethically if I should sneak in if the door opens or not. But as you can see, there's a key system, lots and lots of security. No one can really hop over this. It's pretty incredible. So what I'm going to do though is hopefully, I don't know if you guys can see, I'll try to position this so you can see. I don't know if you can tell. You can see the pool. Let's try that. This is like streaming through a gate. Let's try to coordinate here. You see the pool? Yes. So that's the pool. It's actually full of water nowadays. So that's great. It's not like how it was in the original Karate Kid movie. Um, yeah, Seth says this is like the opposite of the Talking Heads lyric. This used to be real estate. Now it's only fields and trees. Yes, I agree. And Kim, I want to thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for helping the channel. And thank you guys, all you guys, for joining us today. I wanted to let you know that I've been working really hard prepping for this year. As we know, we've got the final season of Cobra Kai coming up sometime in the future. And I have been working behind the scenes to try and prepare for just an onslaught of content. One of the things that I want to do for you guys is these live KenCasts to make them available as an audio podcast. So they are actually now KenCasts you can listen to anywhere you get podcasts. And we've got such a backlog of great KenCast conversations. I'd like to get to those and upload those eventually, but we are working on uploading all the new KenCasts. Everyone, it's been such a phenomenal response. And that way, if you can't watch live and say you're on the road and you want to hear a great interview or a discussion, you can listen anywhere you are. So so check it out. KenCast, that is on anywhere, Apple Podcasts, that's on Spotify, Google Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts, it's available. Go follow us. And if you're so inclined, leave us a 5-star review. That helps the algorithm out and helps the podcast ascend. Also, if you're watching now and you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe. This year, we're going to have hopefully just so much content regarding 80s movies, Karate Kid, Cobra Kai. I'm trying to get that planned out, so we just have just tons of content, so many great guests, so much great content. So go ahead and hit subscribe, go ahead and hit the notification bell, and hit the like button, and that helps us grow. Thank you, everyone who's a channel member. I really appreciate you can do that too. If you're motivated and want to help support the channel by being a channel member, that helps as well. So it's absolutely fantastic. Kay says, can't you karate kick the gate? I would love to. And here, I'll just walk back up here and just, and so I'll show you what would happen if I karate kick the gate. I could do a mock kick, but I don't think even Terry Silver could kick his way through this. It's pretty fortified. But right, so if I were Daniel, this is kind of awkward, but I would kick the gate just like that. And if this were 1984, I'd be able to get in, but I can't right now. So Kim says, thank you, Ken, for the walk down memory lane where it all started. Yeah, it's wonderful for me to be here. I love it. I love that you guys are here watching this. So as you guys know, here's the South Seas apartment. Again, if you look at the sign, there's actually no vacancy. There's a sign back there. There's no vacancy. So if you're looking to move in, unfortunately, right now, you can't. But there are the palm trees. There are 2 of them now. And yeah, so it looks great. We have these rocks. If you remember, if you followed the Cobra Kai Kid this past summer, he played some guitar here on these rocks right in front of the South Seas apartments. So it's so yeah, it's just great. It's fun to be here. If you guys have questions or you want to see anything in particular, just let me know. Let's answer some questions. Is there any word on the release of season 6? We really don't know anything new. Except we know that they're writing right now, and we know that they're going to be really starting shooting in May. And we got some tweets from like Hayden Schlossberg saying that he hoped for a holiday New Year's release for season 6. We've been hearing rumblings that it could very well be in 2024. So we don't know yet, but we do know they're working hard on it. And since this is the last season, we know that they're going to like pull out all the stops. So yeah, we don't know. We will have to wait for information. Let's see. The window of the LaRusso apartment, you can't see. That's a good question, Jaws. I like how you think. Let's see if we can see what the window might be. Okay, so as we can see, this is kind of we're moving to this side of it, which is a strip mall parking lot. Okay, and I think we can. So, if I'm not mistaken, apartment 20, if I remember from the movie, is the apartment that's kind of in the corner when you go up the stairs. So this is apartment 20. Up here, this would be the window outside Daniel's apartment. It's a view no one's, I don't know if anyone's noticed or seen before, but yeah, that would have been the view out of Daniel or Lucille's bedroom in apartment 20. And as you can see, this is, we've got a dumpster over here. So it's not back where it was before, but yeah, this is just kind of like the side of, in between the apartment complex and strip mall. So that was apartment 20. That was the view. I'm not sure what the view was back in 1984. Jaw says, wow, thanks. Hey, no problem. I like that. That was a great idea. AEH says, I saw on one of the Facebook pages that the actors who came back in season 6 and Thomasine Griffith was one of the returning cast. That's great. Oh, get out of the way of the cars. Yes, that is amazing news. I would be personally devastated if season 6, the last season of Cobra Kai, never had another appearance by Terry Silver. I hope that he has a substantial role or a meaningful role. I know it's possible it might not be as big as in season 5 or even season 4, but I hope it's substantial, and I hope we get a huge dose of Terry Silver. So Broadwell Karate Club, love this. Thank you guys for joining me today. Yeah, let's see. So we've been here for probably about a half hour. It's a nice day. You know, actually, this is kind of like the warmest day here, probably since the beginning of winter. That's what it feels like. Nice sun. I don't know if you guys have been to Southern California before. It's yeah, it's usually pretty temperate, and today is just a clear blue sky day in the valley in Reseda. And you guys can kind of see the street. This is what it looks like across the street. Isn't that amazing? Okay, we got a comment here from Allison, Football Shirt Reviews. I saw this live from Twitter. Thanks for watching. I have always wondered what factors they take from using this sort of place for filming. It's all fascinating. I agree. Like, how did they decide on this apartment complex? It's perfect. So whoever was doing locations for these movies, especially the first Karate Kid movie, in my opinion, just did such an amazing job picking very authentic locations. Obviously, this is super authentic because it's not like they picked an apartment complex and dressed it up. They actually used one. They used an existing apartment complex. And everything in that movie, from these apartment complexes to Miyagi's house to the school, it was just all so authentic. And it really helped, in my opinion, establish the world of the Karate Kid. It's almost like a heightened documentary or like a docudrama. It had that feel to it. It didn't feel like these were constructed movie sets and locations. This was, you know, very realistic. And so, yeah, I think it's great. I think they did a great job. And yeah, it'd be fun to talk to the person who actually picked the locations if they're still around, to figure out, you know, how did they go about selecting these locations. And by the way, if you're watching right now and you know, I'm here, I'm in Southern California. So if there are any other Karate Kid or Cobra Kai locations that you want to see me go to, let me know. We can do it. As long as there's cell signal, we can stream from there. So please just let me know. Leave a comment underneath the video, or you can email. There's a new email called Hey KenCast. Hey KenCast, one word, at gmail.com. You can email me if you have any requests or thoughts or feedback. Feel free to send me a message there. But you can also just leave a comment below the video if you have requests of locations that you want to see, or perhaps do a live stream from. And we've done these before, and I'm interested to do more. Sometimes we have guests on here while I'm at a location, and you know, we take a look around and, you know, discover new things. John Fanny, thanks for joining us. Wonderful to have you here. Javier, thanks for joining us. Javier has a question. I have a question. Where is the Cobra Kai dojo? Yes, that's another location. Okay, so that dojo is actually not near here. That's over, I believe, technically in North Hollywood. So that's actually a bit of a drive. But if that's something you guys want to see, a live stream from the original Cobra Kai dojo, let me know. Anything's possible, guys. It's the KenCast. So let me know. Alison says, live stream from the school dance scene. I believe it's a warehouse now. Yeah, I might be limited to outdoor locations or like publicly admissible locations, but yeah, let me know. I'll try to make things happen. Matt K says, can you visit the beach in the school and the All Valley? That would be cool. I think CSUN is where they did the All Valley tournament. It might be possible to get in there. I'd be happy to take a look at it. Yeah, and the school and the beach. That would be very, very cool as well. I'll look into all of this, guys. Yeah, leave a comment below the video, a perma comment. That way I can refer to all this stuff just in case I miss your live comment right now. Seth says, I wonder if Jerry Weintraub picked the complex for the film. This place is fantastic. We're using it. Yeah, probably so. Oh, Allie Mills' house. That would be a great one too. So I'd have to look into that. That is, that's in Encino. So a little bit south of here in the hills. And so we just have to check, make sure we have a stable cellular connection. And I think that's a fun idea too. Let's see. Nerd World says the school. Yeah, that was it. You know, that was a huge part of the first movie. It'd be fun. I've heard that the school. I've actually not been to the school yet, but I've heard that the school is not operational anymore, but they might use it for certain things. So we'll see if we can walk around the school and take a look. So let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, so yeah, if you guys have any questions, this is kind of like an on-location live stream. Happy to tour this a bit more. I think we've kind of, for those of you who are just joining us, we've kind of walked around really all sides to take a look. We saw apartment 20, at least from the outside, and we saw Mr. Miyagi's workshop, and we saw kind of where the fence was, and now we're back out in the front. If you have any questions just in general or anything you want to talk about, let me know. We're just here having fun today. Alison Football Shirt Review says, does anyone know the hill that they pushed Daniel down off his bike? That's a great question. All the movie location YouTube videos, but I don't think anyone's covered that place. That's really a great question because it's at night. It might be hard to identify where it is, but that's a great question. I wonder if we can figure out the answer to that. Maybe we could go there sometime. That's a wonderful question. Pete agrees. Very good. Thank you, Pete. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, and you know, as I mentioned before, guys, we're gearing up for a year of lots of news about the final season of Cobra Kai. I want this to be an absolutely fun year in the build up to the release of the season. Let me know if you have requests, if there are things that you would like to see, places you'd like to go. I am located in the LA area and have access to all these locations, and we can do it together. Let me know what you want to see, and we'll make it happen. Let's see. Matt K says maybe one day a trip to Hawaii where Karate Kid 2 is filmed in Oahu. Yes. Okay. So yeah, as soon as definitely, as soon as I get the funds, I think that would be an amazing trip, and I'd love to take you guys to the locations in Karate Kid 2. That's obviously, like, for me, if you've been watching, that's the first Karate Kid movie I saw. And actually, I saw that movie probably 30 times before I ever saw Karate Kid 1 or Karate Kid 3. So I have a really special affection for Karate Kid 2. And I would love, of course, to go out to Hawaii. But to see those locations would be absolutely fantastic. And yeah, if I go there, I will, if they have cell signal, I will do something there. We will do some kind of stream from there. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great weekend. For those of you who are just joining us, I'll just, as I'm talking, I'll just walk down here. We'll walk down the side of this building, which is also very famous. I'll just turn this around. You can see that this is This was the field where Daniel ran across on Halloween, trying to run away from Johnny and the Cobras. And this is a very nice development. So people live here now. And then over here on this side, you can, just for context, here's where we, oops, sorry. There's the edge of the building. That's the front. And then this is where you go around the side. And we walked here before. I'm going to do it again. So this is the alleyway where you would see the dumpster, where Daniel would throw away his bike. That's here. And then as we walk down here, this is the door where Daniel came out, right there. And then this, where these two cars are parked, this was Mr. Miyagi's actual workshop from the first Karate Kid movie. Very cool. So if you look up, everything, as far as this building goes, at least in my opinion, looks exactly like it did in 1984 in the first Karate Kid movie. It's actually kind of amazing. This place is a time capsule. Obviously, they built something special for this movie to make it look like an office or a shop for Mr. Miyagi. And then it looks like they just temporarily converted it from a parking space. And now it's a parking space again. But really, this place is a time capsule. A little more security, a little more, there's no kicking the gates or just casually, lifting the handle to go through the gates anymore. Everything's locked. It's a different time, unfortunately. But as people mentioned before, I know this looks really different, but this is the fence that Daniel tried to get over. It's now a brick wall. And on the other side of it, which is someone's backyard right now, that's where Mr. Miyagi and Daniel fought the Cobras. Daniel was looking pretty bad, and then Mr. Miyagi came in, jumped over the fence, and saved the day. Unfortunately, we can't get in there now because it's someone's private property. But it's still really cool to be here. And it looks like there's a shopping cart not too far away from where that dumpster would have been, where Daniel threw away his bike. So, yeah, wonderful to see you guys. John Spangler says, what about the place that Daniel and Allie went to? I believe it's golf and stuff. Yes, I think that's okay. Hopefully the signal's holding out and I'm not dropping out too much here. Jaws says, where LaRusso hit the wall and says, I hate it, I hate it. Yep. Matt Moore says, so when are you going to fix the faucet? After. Yes. That's exactly where that took place, right there. Matt K says, I hope for future 4K Blu-ray, a cast and all new commentary in the films with the surviving cast. Yuji Okamoto on Karate Kid 2 with Ralph and Thomasine Griffith. Ralph and Martin Kove on Karate Kid 3. I agree too. I've always wanted more content. Back in the day, they just did an amazing Blu-ray of the first movie and DVD where, actually, I guess it was the DVD where they did the most work, but they did a behind-the-scenes documentary. They had music with Bill Conti. It was, and I really recommend that. If you get it on either the DVD, Blu-ray, or the 4K Blu-ray, I recommend watching those documentaries. They're great. But since then, we really haven't had anything new about the Karate Kid movies. We've had almost nothing about Karate Kid 2. In the latest 4K Blu-ray, we do have Ralph Macchio and, we have a commentary by basically Daniel and Kumiko on the Karate Kid 4K Blu-ray, which is great. It gives you some insight, but again, not much has been said about that movie. We don't have any behind-the-scenes documentary. We have maybe one deleted scene. I'd love to know more about the making of Karate Kid 2. Karate Kid 3, that has never been really talked about officially. They never include bonus content on Karate Kid 3. But especially now, with the popularity of the Karate Kid movies and the Cobra Kai series, and looking back at Karate Kid 3, we have Terry Silver. That would be absolutely amazing to have more interviews, commentary from the people associated with the Karate Kid 3. I know a lot of people involved don't like to talk about Karate Kid 3, or maybe it didn't turn out as well as they wanted it to. But I do know for a fact that the making of the movie and the process was interesting. And I think it would be interesting for fans to know what that was all about. And so I think it would be a great story, and I hope that there's more content, behind-the-scenes content about those movies. And if you're watching Sony, I mean, I'll even produce it for you. I would just love to know more myself about the making of those movies. So, Jaws says, for me, this place is second Cathedral Karate Kid. The first is the Ennis House. I agree, and maybe we're going to have to do one from the Ennis House, too. The only thing is they have designer wind chimes around the Ennis House. And so you basically be getting chimes going the whole stream. If you guys don't mind that could be a lot of fun. Alison says, it's in Norwalk, Ken. Okay, yes, absolutely. We'll have to check that out. John Spangler says, I used to be a BMX rider. Awesome. I absolutely love Daniel's bike. I believe it's a Mongoose, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, he did a good job on it. Yeah, it was fun. I know, it's like one of the many elements that really take us back in time. It's such a great time capsule, that entire thing. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, guys. It's kind of crazy. Way back in the day, they were just making a movie, and it turned out to be a hit, a classic. It started all of this. Started this amazing Cobra Kai series that you guys are fans of right now. And yeah, it all happened right here. It's kind of where it all started. This is where the movie started. And I wonder if they ever did, they shot more scenes inside the LaRusso apartments. You know, because we only get some of those things. We don't get to see Daniel's bedroom. We don't get to see really Lucille or Daniel living in the apartments. I wonder if they ever did. But we did get some great scenes by the pool. You get some, looks like some people are potentially moving in or visiting someone on a vacation. So that's really cool. That's really cool. But Jay Wiggin, it's great to see you, Jay. Ken, you're in the Garden of Eden. Paradise at last. Yes, that's where we are. Paradise at last. And it was really cool when John, Josh, and Hayden, who were the creators and executive producers of the Cobra Kai series, when they released their open letter about this being the last season coming up, they started it by saying, "Paradise at last. We made it." You know, and that, of course, is the first thing Lucille LaRusso says as she pulls up to this spot here. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun being around here. I definitely got the vibes for all us fans. It's empowering to be out here, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. So it worked out to be the perfect day to do it, and I'm really glad all of you are watching. So coming up this week, I'll try to get out some content. We might try to do a KenCast this week. Obviously, it's a big holiday weekend. So we'll try and put out some things. But then after that, we will we'll get ready to let her rip. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it could be a year or less until the release of Cobra Kai Season 6. So that's a lot to talk about. Obviously, if you guys are also interested in more movie discussions, let me know. Let me know what kinds of movies you'd like to talk about. I'm very lucky to know many people who are movie fans. You could even call them movie scholars, filmmakers. And I love getting their thoughts on everything. So if there are shows or movies that you'd like us to talk about that are more current or even back in the day, we can do that as well. You know, it doesn't just have to be Cobra Kai and Karate Kid. You might have seen we did John Wick with Dave Srock, amazing filmmaker. We saw John Wick. We had a really fun discussion about that. I know we've got Dungeons & Dragons. We've got the Super Mario movie. We've got so much else kind of coming out too that can also pull our heartstrings, play the nostalgia music in our hearts. So please, let me know. Also, my email, if you want to email me, is heykencast@gmail.com. Go ahead and give me an email if you have any thoughts, if you have any requests. Just let me know. And as always, I love to see you guys. Thank you for your comments. Jaws says, no more Kings filming sweep the leg there. That's a great point. Yes, they did a scene right here, right outside South Seas for that music video, which frankly, I don't know if anyone's watching No More Kings. William Zabka, who directed that, if there's a possibility to re-release that music video, because the quality we have right now, when it was released on YouTube, just doesn't match the quality, the streaming quality we have today. And so I would love just an HD, just really amazing quality re-release of the No More Kings music video, Sweep the Leg. Alison says, I'd love to know if the people go again. No, it's a major motion picture location. I think they know pretty soon. Like, I'll be honest, here's my sense. I've talked to a number of people over the weeks, over the years, and they're aware because right now, after the release of season 3 of Cobra Kai on Netflix, they started getting a lot more visitors. People taking photos, and they were like, what is going on? Why is everyone taking selfies in front of my apartment complex? What is happening? So that exploded recently. So I think they know, but it's interesting. A lot of people aren't necessarily fans. Don't understand that, right? But, so to them, it's just a normal apartment complex. But I wonder if everyone in here has at least seen The Karate Kid once, at least after they moved in. I don't know. We will see. Let's see. Matt K says, Bobby Brown and Daniel haven't met since The Karate Kid in Cobra. Yeah, it's right. I'd love to see them interact. They might have a lot to talk about. Probably they would. Cobra Kai fan says, people need to stop saying Kreese will get a redemption season 6 because really and truly he is not. It's a great question. And if you're interested on my thoughts on what could happen in season 6, I am doing this series with the Cobra Kai kid Drew, where we are writing season 6 of Cobra Kai, at least according to us, what could happen. And so we've talked about that before, who gets redeemed, we've kind of talked about that. So I know people have different views on that. A lot of people see the good in Kreese, and how he treats Tori. He does have compassion deep down. So a lot of people kind of hope to see him maybe not be so bad anymore. But is that part of Kreese's character? We'll have to see. Kim says, what's the next script writing broadcast with you and Drew? I enjoy that. Yes. So I think at this point it's going to be, and don't quote me, subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. It should be not this weekend. It might be 2 weekends away from this weekend. So it might be 2 weeks after, 2 weeks from today, I think. No. Actually, it might be 3 weeks from today. It's going to be a little bit of a gap. But, we want to give the people actually writing the show, we don't want to cramp their style. So, we're kind of delaying all that. Clifford, thank you so much for the super chat. Guys, it helps. Every cent helps us. And I thank you. Really appreciate it, Clifford. Ken, how about we visit the set of the next Karate Kid? Ooh, that's a really interesting question because, strangely enough, I'm actually from the Boston area. I still have family up there. And I'm wondering what locations they shot at in the Boston area. That might be interesting. If you haven't seen it, guys, with the Last Row podcast, we did the deepest discussion of the next Karate Kid that exists on the internet. So if you haven't seen it, you can check it out here on the YouTube channel, or it's available from my podcast, KenCast, which is anywhere podcasts are available, or the Last Row podcast. If you're a fan, definitely listen to the next Karate Kid analysis that we did. Let's see, Matt, keep up the great work you're doing, Ken. Appreciate your content. Thank you so much, guys. Again, let me know, too, if you have ideas or feedback, let me know. I want this to be fun for everyone. And if there are opportunities, things we can explore together, would love to do that. I love doing these live location things are pretty fun, too. And, I love bringing in guests as well. So Clifford says, think Terry Silver kept tabs on Daniel this whole time. I agree. Terry's the kind of guy who does keep tabs on people. Robbie Keene, thanks for joining us, Robbie. Hey, Ken, how about we visit the original Cobra Kai dojo? I like it. Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. Ben Metallo, great to see you, Ben. Thanks for joining us today. Well, yeah, that's what's going on next, guys. If you're interested in these kind of traveling KenCasts, we can definitely do that. And we've had some requests for the beach, where everyone hung out in Karate Kid 1. We've had requests for golf and stuff. The school where Daniel goes to. And then, of course, the actual original Cobra Kai dojo. If you're interested in seeing any of that, let me know. I'll let you know here, since you're watching this KenCast, that I am thinking of putting together just an insane video with all the Karate Kid 3 locations. You know, because I think that's a movie that doesn't get any love, and we don't know much about it. So I'm thinking of doing that, seeing maybe if we could get some special guests to appear in that video. Kim says, I'm subscribed, Ken, send notification. I understand. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. And if you're watching this right now and you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe. Hit the like and notification bell. There's going to be a lot of great content coming, and you don't want to miss it. And it's the easiest, simple thing. If you want to support content like this, just hit subscribe. It tells YouTube that this channel is growing, and it puts it in front of more faces. So if you guys do that, I really appreciate it. Matt K says, wonder if Chosen's henchmen and the actors have ever been interviewed. That's a great question. We might have to find out. We might have to find out. There are a lot of great interviews that we could do. Well, hey guys, thank you for joining me today. It's been an honor to be at South Seas apartment. Maybe someday we can get clearance to go in and visit the inside and the courtyard going up, but you know, we'll see. This is a private residence. Obviously, I don't want people to trespass. So it's amazing to see you all here today. Obviously, I think you guys are amazing. You support me, give me energy to keep going, and we've got lots of great stuff going on. I look forward to seeing you next time. Hit the notification bell and subscribe. We're having more content coming up. It's a holiday weekend. After that, we're going to be getting some more KenCasts as well. So I'm signing off here from Reseda, California, the South Seas apartment, and I hope you guys all have a great rest of your weekend. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for watching KenCast. Goodbye.